This video is to show you a simple retargeting loop. Retargeting is really cool because you can actually put your ads, your paid advertisements back in front of people who have already viewed your content, your videos, X amount of time. You can keep warming them up more and more and more by pushing your content towards them, so you become what's called omnipresent and you're always popping up in their newsfeed. And they're wondering, who is this guy that keeps popping up? And then eventually they build up enough interest, they see you, they're familiar with you, that they'll get in touch with you. So I'm going to show you how to do a simple setup like that. So starting off in your business manager, let's go to your ads manager account. And what you'll need to start out with is having 3 actual videos in place before you build all this. So you're going to have your top of funnel video, your middle of funnel video, and your bottom of funnel video. Your bottom one's going to be your call to action. Your top one's your feeder video. So this is just a video. All you're looking for is to get the most amount of views that you can so that you can retarget these people and push them down to the next video, your middle of funnel video, where you will be providing them with more value. And then once they've watched a certain amount of that, then they get your bottom of funnel video, which is your call to action video, where you can tell them to, hey, reach out, send me a message if you want to know what I'm doing, or comment down below. So I'll show you how to set this up. It's not as complicated as it might seem. So to start out, you got to create a campaign. So for your top of funnel, you want to get the most video views possible. So by doing that, you want to select the video views objective. So Facebook knows, hey, all right, this guy wants more video views. We'll push this out to people who are going to watch the videos. So campaign name, this is our top of funnel. So we'll just label it that, top of funnel. And then as far as budgets go, you're going to want to put about 60% of your budget into that top of funnel video where you're getting the most amount of views possible, because that's feeding your whole funnel with as many views as you can. So you want to 60% of your budget up there. Roughly 30% of your budget goes to your middle of funnel, and then the last 20% goes to your call to action. So just for ease, I'll do a $10 a day budget, so this will be $6 for 60%. Continue. So for this audience, you do have a couple options for your feeder video. You can leave it as open as you can and sort of allow your niche to come to you, or you can select your interests in your niche specific area and only have your video shown to them, and they'll watch it and get stuck in your retargeting loop here as well. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to leave it open. I tend to leave my feeder video as open as possible. Just select my location and my age ranges. That way, if maybe there's people who aren't in my specific interests but would find my content valuable or my business proposition valuable, so I would be limiting myself if I only selected a certain target, like construction worker or stay-at-home mom. So we'll go 24 to 45 in Canada. Yeah, I'll stick with Canada. I like Canada. So everything else stays wide open, optimized for through plays. Continue. And so I've just made 3 little quick videos, video 1, video 2, video 3, just for the purposes of this video. So what I'm going to do is go to existing post. I'm going to actually create a new tab, and I've just made these into dark posts. Okay, so from here you can go to page posts. Here's the 3 little videos I made. So video 1, top of funnel, that's my first video, my feeder video. So you're going to copy the video ID, go back to your other tab, paste it into here, submit, and then you just want to copy what they asked here. Did you mean this number? Well, yes, I did. To be honest, I'm not sure why that mistake happens, but it's happened to me quite a few times here where they just recommend this other number instead off of that video link, and you just copy paste it, put it in the post ID, and it's worked for me every time. So just one little extra step. So here we are, our first video, feeder video, all our audience, everything's set up here to where we want it. So then all we got to do is hit confirm. And once that's done publishing, it'll go into the review stage, and that is the top of our funnel video. So from there, we're actually going to build a custom audience for our middle of funnel video, so that anybody who has watched at least 10 seconds of our first video, our top of funnel video, will now get shown our middle of funnel video or our second video. So I'm going to go to create another video view campaign, and this is going to be middle of funnel. And then we were doing the $10 a day budget, so 60% went to our first video, 30% is going to go to this one, so that'll be $3 a day. And then we get to the audience. So here's where we need to start to make a custom audience. So in the second tab you have open here, you can go to the tab up top here and go to audience under assets. Audiences is where you will create your custom audiences. So this blue create audience tab here, you click on that and you can hit custom audience. So you can make custom audiences off of so many different things, but just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you how to do a retargeting custom audience with your videos. So you select video, engagement, choose the content type. So I want to do people who have viewed at least 10 seconds of my top of funnel video, my first video. And then right underneath that you can actually choose the video, so make sure you're on the correct page. And then you can see my little videos here, so I'm going to select video 1. So anybody who's watched 10 seconds of video 1 will be in my audience. Confirm. Oops. So that's in there. And then you don't want to do 365 days. People are going to forget you a year from now, so that won't be a very viable time length to do a retargeting sequence. So I would do probably something around 90 days. And then audience name, I like to make these very easy to understand, easy to remember what they are. So this audience will be people who have watched at least 10 seconds of video 1. Create audience. Boom, thank you, done. Next, done. There it is. You can see right in the top there. It takes a little while to populate, but you can actually start using it right away. So now that your audience is created, you can go back to here, and under the custom audiences tab, you can see our new audience right here. Custom audience, people who have watched at least 10 seconds of video 1. So I will click that. So now that's the only thing I need to worry about on this whole ad set, because now that this custom audience is in place here, it doesn't matter, you don't want to change your locations or your ages or anything, because none of that matters. The only people who are going to see your ad are people who have watched 10 seconds of your first video. So don't worry about any of this whatsoever, just hit continue. And then here's where you're just going to add your video number 2 now, the second video down your funnel, your middle of video funnel that you want to show them. So I'm again going to go to use existing post, and then I am going to go to my other tab, back to my page posts. From here now I'm going to select the video 2, my middle of funnel video. So click on that. Same thing, we'll copy the video ID underneath here. Copied. Back here, enter our post ID, paste, submit. Did you mean this? Well, yes I did, thank you. Replace it with that. Submit. Boom, and then there's our video 2 that pops up. So once that's up, everything's there, you're happy with how it works, how it looks, confirm. And that's your middle of funnel video now, being seen only by people who have watched at least 10 seconds of your top of funnel video. And now I'm going to show you your final retargeting video. So this last video, the bottom of funnel video, this is what's going to be your call to action, where you're going to say, hey, send me a message if you want to learn more, or drop a comment down below, more info, and I'll send some more information your way. So in doing that, we can create another campaign. Now I've done mixed things on this call to action one. I've done the video view objective and I've done the messages objective, just so I can have that send message button on the bottom. So it's up to you, whichever one you want to do. I'm just going to keep doing video views for the sake of this video. And back to the budgets again, we had a $10 a day budget to begin with. 60% went to the top of funnel, $6. 30% or $3 went to our middle of funnel video, so that leaves $2 or 20% left for our bottom of funnel call to action ad here. So back to audiences. So now we want to create a custom audience from people who have watched our middle of funnel video. So doing that, we'll go back to our other tab here, go up top, over to assets, down to your audiences. And again, to the blue tab here, create a custom audience off of videos. And from here, I actually narrow it down. I don't do the 10 seconds again on the second audience, just because I really want to reach people who have really struck a chord with my content. They're really jiving with it. Somebody who's really more likely to take that next step once the next video comes to them. So at this point, I usually go to the 50% of the video. People who have watched at least half my video, at this point, I know they're pretty serious into who I am and what I have to offer. Again, this is all up to you. This is only what I do. You can do 10 seconds again. That'll give you more viewers going to your bottom of funnel. So people who have watched 50% of your video, you can choose the video. Again, make sure you select the right page. And this one is going to be video 2. So people who have watched at least 50% of this video number 2 are the people who are going to get fed my last and final video. So again, I'm going to do the 90 days just so I'm still fresh in their minds. And then the title, audience name, people who have watched at least 50% of video 2. Create audience. Done. Alright, so you can see the custom audience there right at the top. People who have watched at least 50% of video 2. Now you can go back to your other tab here, and then under custom audiences here, you can see video 2 pop up. People who have watched at least 50% of video 2. Again, keep your locations, your age, everything wide open, because none of that matters. It's only going to be people who have watched 50% of your middle of funnel video that are going to receive this. All this stays the same. Continue. Alright, now it's time to enter our post ID again. So now we'll go back to here, back to our page posts. And we're on the last video, video 3, bottom of funnel. So we'll click on that. Copy the video ID, go back to here, paste it in here, submit. Facebook says, did you mean this? And you say, I sure did. Put it back in there, submit. And there's video 3, bottom of funnel. So this is going to be your call to action, really telling the audience, people who have gotten this far down your funnel are familiar with you, they like, know, and trust you. So here's where you give them that, hey, send me a message, comment down below, and I'll get in touch with you right away. So that all looks good. Confirm. So now let's just publishing. Well, you know what? I forgot to title this one. Bottom of funnel. So now we have our top of funnel video, our feeder video that has the $6 a day budget, 60% of our daily budget. We have the middle of funnel video, which is $3 a day or 30%, and the bottom of funnel, which is $2. That'll be our call to action. So it's really cool. You can actually see on the right hand in the columns here, your 3 10-second videos, 50%, 100%. You'll see the top of funnel start to populate a lot quicker, obviously, with the more budget going towards it. And then you'll see those statistics start to trickle down to your middle of funnel and then down to your bottom of funnel. And then you're really just warming up that audience so they get familiar with your face, who you are, building that omnipresence within on their news feed so they see you all the time scrolling through. Oh, there's that guy again, he must be on to something. And then when you have that pitch call to action, yo, send me a message, comment down below, they're like, heck yeah, I know, I've seen you around, you're not just some random guy, cold traffic, asking me to send a message or comment. So that really warms them up, and it's a great way to build up your leads.